Hey Sass Squad, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be jumping into the Ultra League Classic with a little bit of a spicy line to start things out. So let's get into the battles. Alright, so in today's video, we are actually going to be leading our Shadow Swampert here. And we're going to be running Trevenant and our best buddy level 40 Hundo Pontonian Raichu. So in this match, we're going to get the Nidoqueen lead. They're going to switch out the Snorlax. We're going to try to get a shield or do damage. And we do connect our Hydro Cannon. So I'm going to bring in Raichu here on the Shadowlax. And I'm going to farm a little bit shield. I'm going to throw double Thunder Punch here on this Snorlax and see if we can get a shield or get damage in. They just decided to let their Snorlax go. That's probably better because I couldn't really farm it at that point. I think I was trying to farm it here, but I couldn't make that. So we are just going to throw a wild charge here on the Nidoqueen. That is a little scary for us, but I think we should be able to outpace the Nidoqueen. So we do get a Whalrin. This is kind of bad for us, but I am just going to throw an Earthquake in hopes they don't shield, and they do not shield. Can you believe this? This is insane. So because they don't shield, we actually are in a situation where we don't really have to shield the first Icicle Spear here, and I think I decided just let both of them go through. And unfortunately for me, it would have been extremely beneficial for us to throw that Seed Bomb, but we for some reason just like didn't line that up correctly. But crazy enough, we are just farming the Whalrin. We throw a Hydro Cannon back to back here on Nidoqueen. So this Nidoqueen essentially doesn't really have energy at this exact moment, and I'm trying to outpace it. The only thing it can really do, I think, is throw Earth Power. I mean, I think a poison thing at this range actually could be lethal, but we are able to just connect our Hydro Cannon and pull out that one. That was an insane first battle. So yeah, this is I wanted to try to make the Pontonian Raichu work, and this is my first set I ran with this line. And in our next battle, we get a Shadow Snorlax lead, and you know, it would be, sometimes it's a really good idea to try to go for Earthquake here, but it is a Shadowlax, so I guess I will just try to go for Hydro Cannon and try to get off as much damage and energy as possible. We do actually connect one shield, so now I'm going to switch in our Raichu as like a safe swap, and I'm going to take a Body Slam and try, or Superpower, excuse me, and then I'm going to try to farm down, I think, here. Unfortunately for me, because they did throw that Superpower, we are able to just farm down and have a little bit of energy to throw at whatever comes in here. It is a Venusaur, which will resist pretty much everything that we have on Raichu, but I will bring in Trevenant, and I know I can take a Sludge Bomb from this Venusaur, and they actually try to bait me with a Frenzy, so we are just gonna power up and go to a Shadow Ball. I think I tapped like once after, and they end up having Whalrin here in the back, excuse me. And we're going to throw the Seed Bomb, which is pretty decent because they do actually shield. And at this point, we pretty much just have to shield one of the Icicle Spheres and go for EQ here. So yeah, they definitely enough energy for two. So we can take one, shield one, and then we connect our Earthquake. And that's pretty much game, because this will put Whalrin in lethal range that even our Swampert here can farm down with Mud Shots. So crazy first couple battles here, trying out the spicy line. I do intend to power this Raichu all the way up to level 50 eventually, but I thought I'd have some fun with it in the Master League class. I mean, excuse me, the Ultra League Classic for a little bit. You know what I mean? So I'm actually kind of shocked how well this team was working, but I pretty much had to make everything. I had to make pretty good calls on this team. So we do bring in our Raichu here on the Gallade, by the way, and this is nice because, you know, Wild Charge might have been the call there, but I think it's alright because we can kind of just like farm down and have a little bit of energy for this Whalrin. But here I am going to throw the Wild Charge, and they don't shield, which is really nice for us because we can actually just throw a Hydro Cannon and potentially threaten for a shield on this Whalrin if they're trying to keep it, and that is what they decide to do. We're not like entirely afraid of what this Whalrin is going to throw at us, but they do throw an Earthquake, and now I'm going to throw the Hydro Cannon and just knock it out. I guess I could have tried to get a little bit of extra energy, But they do end up having a Charizard in the back, and this is just game because we will one-shot this Charizard with a Hydro Cannon. Pretty insane start, like I said. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised how well this worked out. I think we just won a bunch of leads, pretty much having Swampert. Yeah, because here we get the Typhlosion lead, and they switch the Machamp, and I switch in Trevenant on the Machamp. But this is kind of cool because I think they actually are running Payback. I wasn't really expecting this, but this is, you know, a great play on their end. But I decided I'm just going to bring Raichu and try to farm down, because I can't really farm down with Swampert. I'm going to shield once here, and yeah, it is a little tough, but I know that we can get off some of our moves here on Typhlosion, and I am just going to throw Wild Charge. And they do not shield, which was pretty great. And now the Thunder Punch threatens a shield, which they do commit, and I'm going to switch in Swampert now. They do bring in an Obstagoon, so this is going to be a really tight match for us. And they don't shield the first one, which is obviously a great play on their end, but I'm going to actually do the same thing back to them, and hopefully they don't get the boost. And fortunately, like when the Obstagoon gets that boost off Night Slash, it's just game changing. And thankfully, because it does not get that boost, we are going to be able to pull off the win con of this matchup. And yeah, whenever the Typhlosion comes back in, it's pretty much game, because we can actually get to a Hydro Cannon before it can do anything, or it can't incinerate us down fast enough. So GG to that trainer as well. And here we have our last set. So this is a tough lead. We get a Sylveon, but it's not impossible for us to kind of at least threaten double shields here, which is really good for us. So I will throw the Hydro Cannon, making them think maybe I'll throw like a Sludge Wave or Earthquake. And here we go, back to back, and beautiful. We do connect one. I'm just gonna let my Swampert go. I was thinking like maybe this would be a good situation where I can just kind of use Trevenant to farm and gain a little bit of energy lead. Because Trevenant does have some pretty solid matchups in this format, even just having Shadow Ball. And they do end up having this Empoleon. And I will in fact throw Shadow Ball on the Empoleon. They do not shield. I'm going to switch directly here to my Raichu. Try to farm down Empoleon. They switch to their Gallade. And now I'm actually just going to throw Thunder Punch. We do get the shield, which is pretty good for us, because if we would have used a Wild Charge here, we would not have lived this confusion damage. And we do have two shields. I mean, granted, it would have been nice to like even let Raichu just die and farm down with Trevenant. But yeah, this is a really great game, and that was the end of our set, which ended in a 5-0. So that was my very first set running this team, and yeah, I was like kind of shocked how well we played with it. But if you enjoyed this video, consider commenting, liking, and subscribing. It helps my video get recommended to a wider audience here on YouTube. And with that being said, the Sass Squad is getting stronger each and every day. But good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.